You're watching this right now, but it wasn't a deliberate choice. You're caught in an unconscious loop. The thumb moves, the eyes lock, and your brain enters a hypnotic state where the feed dictates your direction. Consider the gap between the person you were this morning, setting goals over coffee, and the person you are now. It is the painful distance between your intentions and your current physical reality. This failure to act is not a character flaw. It is not the result of laziness or a lack of moral fiber. You're navigating a digital environment engineered to exploit moments of cognitive fatigue. When your brain is tired, it seeks the lowest possible energy state, and these platforms are designed to provide that at the cost of your attention. As the scrolling continues, a psychological weight begins to accumulate. You realize you are wasting time, and that realization triggers internal judgment. This shame isn't just a feeling, it's a form of cognitive load that grows heavier every minute you stay on the screen. Now you are attempting to start a major daily goal while carrying the weight of self-criticism. The energy to move from this state of shame into a productive state feels physically impossible. Research into the freeze response shows that when we experience intense self-criticism, the brain's threat detection system activates. It treats your own shame as an internal predator, causing the body to remain static and guarded. In this state, your guilt doesn't motivate you, it reinforces the paralysis. Most people assume that escaping this rut requires a massive surge of inspiration. We tell ourselves we'll start as soon as we feel like it. But waiting for an emotional feeling to trigger a physical change is a structurally flawed system. Emotions are volatile. If your behavior is tied to your mood, you remain a prisoner to how you feel in the moment. The barrier is action friction. This chart shows the energy to cross that initial threshold. When you look at the whole task, you stack hours into a massive peak. The brain calculates that cost, lacks the reserves, and slides right back to the scroll. To break the cycle, you have to stop looking for more energy and start demanding less energy for the very first step. You have to mechanically reduce the friction to zero. Escaping the loop is a matter of physics, not willpower. It is about making the first move so small that it requires no emotional momentum at all. This is the microaction, the absolute smallest physical unit of behavior that disrupts your current state. A microaction is closing one tab. It's standing up for 5 seconds, taking one single conscious breath, or drinking a glass of water. This chart shows the neurological bypass. A microaction is so small, it sneaks past the gates, blocking major tasks, because the energy cost is negligible. Completing that tiny movement breaks the static state, initiating a chain reaction that makes the next action easier. In that moment, the before state of shame disappears. You are no longer someone who is paralyzed. Now you are someone who is moving. You have shifted from a passive observer to an active participant. You don't reclaim your agency by finishing everything on your list. You reclaim it by seizing control of the next 5 seconds. These 5-second physical interventions dictate your long-term trajectory. A life is simply a collection of these small, high-friction or low-friction moments. Identity is not built through a single, massive overhaul of your character. It is the quiet accumulation of every time you chose to move your body instead of staying still. There is the identity of the person trapped in the infinite scroll, whose world shrinks every day. And there is the identity of the person who moves, the decision maker who compounds small actions into a different life. Put this into practice the second this video ends. Do not scroll, do not check the comments. Stand up or put your phone in another room. Perform exactly one microaction. The choice to be the person who moves is not a future goal. It is a physical action you take right now.